those times where I end up taking a hiatus, and when I come back, I cover the episodes in a nice big chunk. And I'm fairly positive because it's kind of nice sometimes to get the overall story play out in front of you so you can appreciate the better elements better, not focus on the worst ones so much. You know, those times, I do that somewhat frequently because I'm not great at time management. Um, this isn't that. This isn't that at all. This is this is bad. This is like really fucking bad. Like, oh my god, this the more I think about it, this is some of the worst writing Yu-Gi-Oh has ever had. And animation, but that's for a different reason we will get into. This is like insulting. This is the kind of bad that people get fired for. Some of you may be thinking I'm being a bit over the top, but we'll get into it. We will get into it. First and foremost, let's start with the second parter of the first episode I missed, and that was the conclusion between Udious's duel with Rovian. Overall, I enjoyed this. It kind of went the way you went it would, with Udius busting out in a quick spell for Oblivion. And then, just in the last 2 minutes, this episode just goes batshit crazy. It turns out the space treasure is not gold like Uamu thought. It's not this one spaceship that London found. No, it turns out the whole town was built on top of some sort of ancient giant spaceship that, because of the power Udius exhumed by winning that duel, proceeds to then lock the town in a giant bubble, and the ship just automatically just starts going into the air and is heading in the direction of what's it called, like the galactic emperor dictator Kanye West fan. I don't fucking know. But yeah, this episode ends and I'm kind of like, all right, this is weird. I don't think going to space is something we'd really want in Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm typically not a fan of mixing sci-fi with fantasy, but we've always done that in Yu-Gi-Oh! But in general, is space really that exciting for this franchise? I mean, this is a franchise where we regularly have gone to like alternate dimensions. We've seen like weird body horror shit and stuff of that nature. We literally watched reality get torn apart and put back together so one guy could say it's showtime with smiles. Is just going to another planet and dealing with aliens that exciting? Like, I've thought they have used the aliens in creative ways for this show, and the designs are fun, and they've done an all right job, but I'm not sitting here thinking to myself, oh god, they really needed to add aliens to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise. Oh, this is what's gonna make everything perfect. All the haters will shut up now. So to make that the whole focus, I kind of thought the writing was more self-aware than that. But yeah, no, so the episode ends and they're going to space, and I start thinking, all right, this could be kind of interesting because Udius's whole shtick has been that he wants to get his people who are refugees away from all the fighting, that his people, from everything it's been told to us and insinuated, have been at war, and it's just led to destruction and pain and sadness. And the whole reason he came to Earth and the whole reason he picked up dueling was so that way he could make a new home for his people and use dueling as the way to help integrate them into society. That is very specifically what Udius has been saying for 30 episodes. So, the idea that directly due to his actions, that he could be bringing not just his own people back to violence, but the town that he's trying to call home, the place that he's learning to love, that he's now created bonds with friends that he's willing to fight and stand up for, is now being put into the greatest danger imaginable, that everything he's done has been in vain, and that it's all just about to just be reversed and just history will repeat itself again for him and his people, could be really fucking interesting. It could be a really fascinating story, and to see how it affects his character would be great. They don't fucking care. That's where we're at. The show doesn't care. Yugioh's entire character arc has been thrown out the window. He doesn't care. He's like, all right, we're doing this. He's not mad. He's not desperately trying to figure out how to keep everyone out of the battle. There's nothing. He doesn't care. He's literally just, everything is just situation normal. He's just like doing everything that would have happened, just being this like overtly positive, not super interesting all the time character. And I'm like, what the fuck is even going on? Like, even the sky is still just the sky. Also, what happened to the sky alien? Did they let him go yet? But yeah, no, the sky is just the sky. And the reason for this is very clearly so they could have probably like 5-6 episodes going and you just have the generic background. Because if you're in space, you have to show like space shit. So just don't even acknowledge it. And also, like, where's the town getting water, oxygen, food? What is fucking going on? Why doesn't anyone care? Like, literally, the town is like constantly dodging meteors and asteroids. Like, all that moving around would kill everyone. Nobody cares. Hey, everybody. Editing Kev real quick. So the next little section was me complaining about the Asuka character, except I kept still thinking she was Asuna from Sevens, because I actually didn't realize this until just looking at an article real quick. Uh, that whole thing gets deleted and replaced by just simply saying, fuck her. I hate her. This character's not funny. She's not entertaining or interesting. This stupid bit about paying everybody off was funny for 5 seconds, but it keeps coming back. And also, like, I hate the whole that she enslaved all of Yugioh's people to power the ship that's bringing them all to a galactic war. And she's just fucking awful. Like, fucking everything else right now. Fuck. Back to the video. And she's bringing them to the fight. Why? Why? Do aliens have dueling? Because Yugioh didn't know what dueling was when he got here. Like, very specifically, he didn't. And it was insinuated the people in the alien town didn't either. This was something they picked up because they were stuck here. Like, what the fuck is going on? And again, just no one reacts to it. No one's affected. All the past several episodes have just been a fucking waste of time. It's just more fucking filler. That being said, I did really love the Chupacabra episode. I don't know, an episode about how they make a Yu-Gi-Oh episode was really funny, especially the Pot of Greed nod. That I enjoyed. Other just little things, to be fair. I fucking hate what they're doing with Yugioh now that they just completely like took everything that made that character interesting and just like threw it out the window. But it was fun to see Yuamu in a genuine state of like frustration and like not really sure what to do, so just kind of winging it was entertaining. But the rest of it is just like garbage. Like, what the fuck is Yugioh even doing? This guy, like, not even like 5-6 episodes ago, was being played up as this super threatening, scary, dangerous, powerful presence. This isn't me reading anything. This is what they did, and they just like destroyed it. Why? What was the point to any of this at this point? Like, Christ. I mean, I think I kind of have a feeling what happened here. It honestly wouldn't shock me because Sevens got political. This one did too, but I feel like this one got political in a way that's much more noticeable. Obviously having direct nods to refugees and with Yugioh, slight issues of nationalism and militarism. It honestly wouldn't shock me if someone at Konami saw this and was like, no, we're done doing deep, dark shit. So like it's gotta be turned into like Star Wars or something. It's bad. It's horrible. And look, I know what you're gonna say. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh is a kid show. Oh, it's never been mature. It's never been this. It's never been that. Let's be real for a couple minutes. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I don't like this show. I've said this before many times. I also don't like Jaden. And the mistakes being made here were mistakes made in the first two arcs of that show. However, when they got their shit together for season 3, which I still think has a lot of problems people like to ignore, when they got their shit together and tried, when they brought everyone to that other dimension, a lot of issues like how do we feed everybody? How do we keep everyone safe? All of these were big deals, and we saw how it affected Jaden. You see how after 2 seasons of him being the ultimate force of positivity and goofiness, you saw all those layers get stripped away as you were revealed to kind of like the darkness lying inside of him. Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. When we see the satellite sector, it's not just people are sad and poor. It's you see how they live, you see aspects of their culture, and you see why Yusei and crew try to rise above this. Zale, when the town is consumed by Barian, it's a big deal. Arc 5, all the dimension stuff was a big deal. Vrains, the concept of everything Revolver and then the Ignises are doing is a big deal. And same thing in Sevens. Even though Sevens was sillier and more lighthearted when it was when it was time for the plot and the intensity of the situation to come in, yeah, it never got like super serious, but I genuinely believed stuff was happening and we were seeing it go around us. And like here, it's just like there's no interest here. They don't fucking care. Like it's just filler. And what we're now building to isn't that interesting. I don't care about some random galactic emperor. I cared about Udius and Yugioh and how it relates to Manabu and the rest of the aliens and the 2 other kids, and that was interesting. This isn't. This isn't anything. This is like literally just 22 minutes of showing you cards to buy. The thing that Yu-Gi-Oh! Usually tries to strive above, I genuinely feel like it is doing. I don't care what's going to happen next. They've honestly sucked all the fucking life out of it, and it's a goddamn fucking shame. I don't know, guys. This one really tired me out and exhausted me. And I'm sorry if you have been enjoying this. I don't think anyone is because I haven't seen any positive reactions to any of this. But if you do, that's fine. I don't. I don't know where this is going. And I swear to God, I can't sit through another fucking episode of filler like this. But yeah, no, give me your thoughts about these episodes in the comments section below. As for the TCG question of the week, let's do something fun to end things off. So this Saturday, I'll be attending the Kerwan's Game Store Catskill Regional up in Catskill, New York. And I don't actually have a competitive deck built at the moment. This regional for me just kind of snuck up, and literally like 2 days ago, just like fuck it, and texted my friends being like, we're going. So the question to you is, how memey do I go with this? Do I go in with Dark Law Turbo just to try and fuck with tier players? Do I try and go a little try hard with Sword Soul? Or do we just say fuck it and build Bysteel Thunder Dragons? That shit makes me moist. Give me your thoughts on that below. And also, do you ever go with meme decks for regionals, or do you try to keep it competitive? I usually do, but in a world where I just kind of had the day off and don't really have anything, I just kind of want to get away and not think about the world. But yeah, give me your thoughts about all that below. And as always, click to like, click to subscribe, and I don't have an ending. This is just really bad.